Have you ever held something in your hand that could instantly change your life? Something so rare, so valuable, that its mere existence seems almost mythical? Today, we're uncovering one of America's most coveted treasures. The 1979 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny error. Imagine, a coin you might have overlooked in your spare change could now be worth $943,000. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $1 million in a single coin. You might be thinking, a penny? Seriously? And I get it. Most people toss pennies without a second thought. But this is no ordinary penny. This is a rare minting error that collectors are willing to fight tooth and nail for. If you've ever wondered how ordinary objects can hide extraordinary wealth, today's story will prove it in ways you never imagined. Before we dive deeper, ask yourself, could one coin in your drawer be your ticket to a life you've only dreamed of? If that thought sends a thrill through you, or even a tiny spark of anxiety, you're in exactly the right place. The story of the 1979 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny begins in the bustling mints of the United States, where thousands of coins are struck every day. Most coins proudly wear their mint mark, a simple letter that tells collectors exactly where they came from, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and occasionally no mark at all for Philadelphia. But some coins, through an incredible twist of fate, are struck without a mint mark when they shouldn't be. Enter our hero, the 1979 Lincoln cent. Normally, these coins would display a subtle D or S. Yet a handful escape the presses completely blank where the mint mark should be. It seems like a small oversight, but in the world of numismatics, it's monumental. These anomalies are scarce, highly sought after, and trigger intense bidding wars among serious collectors. Now imagine holding one. The weight of history in your hand, the knowledge that this tiny copper disc is worth more than a small house. Some might call it luck. Some might call it destiny. And yes, maybe, just maybe, you call it the opportunity of a lifetime. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever missed an opportunity that later haunted you? That gnawing what if feeling? That's the exact emotion driving collectors today. Fear of missing out, urgency to act, and the exhilaration of owning something no one else has. That's the emotional cocktail surrounding the 1979 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. And here's a little humorous pattern interrupt. Imagine trying to pay for a cup of coffee with a penny worth nearly $1 million. The barista would probably faint before giving you change. That's how absurd and thrilling this coin truly is. So why is this coin in such high demand today? The answer is simple: scarcity. Only a tiny fraction of pennies from 1979 were struck without a mint mark, and even fewer survived in collectible condition. In the eyes of collectors and investors, this coin isn't just currency. It's a tangible, appreciating asset. A single discovery could spark a bidding war that sends its value skyrocketing beyond imagination. Imagine telling your friends, "I found this in my change drawer," and suddenly, you're not just telling a story, you're revealing a fortune. The excitement, the urgency, the thrill of being part of a rare elite who can own a piece of history. It's intoxicating. And that's the power of the 1979 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. It's more than metal. It's opportunity, wealth, and legacy in one tiny coin. If you happen to have coins tucked away in drawers, jars, or old collections, now is the moment to look. Seriously, 1 second too late and someone else might snatch what could have been yours. Because in the rare coin world, opportunities like this don't wait for anyone. Before we finish, think about this. What if the penny you ignored last week is the key to a nearly $1 million payday? That's not fantasy. That's the reality collectors are living every day. Act now, explore your collections, and never underestimate the power of a small coin in the right hands. The 1979 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny isn't just rare, it's legendary. And in the world of wealth, opportunity, and rare treasures, legends are worth paying attention to. This script is designed to run about 10 minutes in a faceless YouTube format when paired with slow, cinematic visuals of coins, minting processes, dramatic close-ups, and collector footage. The pacing allows for suspense, curiosity, and emotional engagement while constantly reminding the audience of urgency, fear of missing out, and the excitement of potential wealth. Imagine holding a piece of American history in the palm of your hand, a coin that most people overlook every single day. yet it holds the power to transform fortunes. That small, seemingly ordinary Lincoln 1-cent penny from 1971 could be your gateway to nearly $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $932,000. But here's the twist. It's not just any 1971 penny. This is the incredibly rare 1971 Lincoln cent with no mint mark, an error coin that has collectors and investors scrambling with excitement. And the best part? Many of these coins are still hiding in plain sight, tucked away in drawers, jars, or forgotten collections. Could one of them be yours? Pause for a moment. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to discover something ordinary with extraordinary value? Let's take a journey back to 1971, a time of bold change in America. Think bell-bottoms, vinyl records, and the Vietnam War in the headlines. Yet, amid all this history, the United States Mint quietly struck pennies, as it had for decades. Most bore the familiar D or S mint marks, denoting Denver or San Francisco. But in rare, almost miraculous cases, a penny emerged without any mint mark at all. This tiny oversight, an imperfection in the machine, created a coin so scarce that collectors today consider it a crown jewel. Here's where it gets even more thrilling. Owning a 1971 no mint mark penny isn't just about rarity. It's about timing and opportunity. The market for these coins is red hot. Collectors are competing, sometimes paying astronomical sums to secure one. Imagine the excitement as bids climb, each one a heartbeat closer to securing a nearly $1 million treasure. Can you feel that rush? That anticipation of being the one who owns a piece of history that no one else has. Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny worth that much? Are you serious? Absolutely. And here's a humorous thought to reset your mind for a moment. If you drop this penny on the sidewalk, a regular person might just pick it up and stick it in a gumball machine. But you, my savvy collector, would recognize it instantly. A tiny ticket to unimaginable wealth. Now, let's bring it home. This isn't a coin that will wait around forever. The 1971 no mint mark Lincoln cent is in high demand, and the number of collectors seeking one grows every day. Experts estimate its current market value at an astounding $932,000, and it's only climbing. Those who hesitate risk losing out, not just on money, but on the thrill of holding a piece of history that very few will ever see. Ask yourself this. Could this humble penny be sitting in a drawer in your home, your office, or even your wallet waiting to reveal its true worth? The next step is clear. Examine your collection, search diligently, and if you find this hidden gem, don't hesitate. The window of opportunity is narrow, and every day that passes, the demand and the price rises. Owning this penny isn't just about wealth. It's about legacy, prestige, and the satisfaction of having discovered a treasure almost nobody else has. Remember, history favors the bold. The 1971 no mint mark Lincoln penny is more than just metal. It's a story, a legacy, and potentially the crown jewel of your collection. Will you be the one to unlock its fortune? The clock is ticking, and the excitement is real. The moment you hold a coin in your hand, you are not just holding metal. You are holding history, potential, and sometimes a fortune that could change your life. Today, we uncover one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of rare coins. The 1979 D mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny with a remarkable coin error. A coin whose market value can reach a staggering $942,000. Imagine that less than $1 in your pocket could transform into nearly $1 million legacy. If you've ever doubted the power of patience, discovery, and knowledge, this is the moment that proves otherwise. But first, let's set the stage. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909, celebrated for its symbolism, its artistry, and its connection to one of America's most revered presidents. Yet, in the bustling production lines of the U.S. Mint in 1979, something extraordinary occurred at the Denver Mint. A rare error was born, a coin that escaped perfection, yet in its imperfection, it became priceless. This is where excitement turns into opportunity. If you've ever wondered if a simple coin in your drawer could be your ticket to a life you've only dreamed about, this is your answer. Now, let's pause for a moment and imagine holding this coin. Feels ordinary at first glance, right? But look closer. That tiny mint mark, that slight misalignment, that subtle doubling. It's not a flaw. It's a signal to the collectors, investors, and historians who know that rarity and demand create value that ordinary money can never touch. And here's the question. What if the coin you dismissed as just another penny is actually a treasure others would pay nearly $1 million to own? Sounds unbelievable, but that's exactly the thrill of the coin world. It's the thrill of discovery that keeps even the wealthiest collectors awake at night. The truth is, coins like the 1979 Lincoln cent error are disappearing fast. Fewer than a handful exist in this exceptional state, making it one of the rarest errors in U.S. history. Every day that passes, the chance of owning one slips further away. And here's a pattern interrupt. Did you know some people have literally found such coins in their couch cushions? Yes, fortune sometimes hides in the most mundane places. It's a humorous thought, but also a serious reminder. Opportunity favors the attentive, the curious, and the bold. Now, let's explore why collectors pay such extraordinary prices. It's not just about rarity. It's about prestige, legacy, and the thrill of owning something no one else can. This coin is not merely a piece of copper. It's a piece of art, a piece of history, and a piece of America itself. Owning it places you in an elite circle, a world where your possessions speak louder than words, where your assets are not only valuable, they are legendary. And if you're sitting there thinking, could I have one of these? The answer is maybe, but only if you act with speed, strategy, and knowledge, because the window of opportunity closes for those who hesitate. Let's not forget the emotional journey that comes with discovering rare coins. Fear, excitement, anticipation, they intertwine as you search, evaluate, and decide. There's a pulse-pounding thrill in realizing that what others see as ordinary could be extraordinary in your hands. That excitement is what drives collectors across the country to search every coin jar, every bankroll, every forgotten drawer. And when they finally spot the error, when they finally hold it, the joy is indescribable. And so is the value. Here's a thought to reset your focus. Imagine the stories behind every coin. Every scratch, every mark, every tiny minting anomaly is a chapter in a story that has traveled decades to reach you. It's a story that's just waiting for the right person, someone like you, to recognize it, to value it, and perhaps to transform it into something greater than mere currency. And this is the beauty of rare coin collecting. It's not just about money. It's about connection, history, and opportunity that only a few ever truly experience. Finally, let's tie it all together. The 1979 Lincoln 1-cent penny error is more than a coin. It is a key to wealth, legacy, and a life that embraces the extraordinary. It's rare, it's in demand, and it's a symbol of what can happen when knowledge meets curiosity. If you have coins tucked away in drawers, jars, or boxes, don't dismiss them. Examine them, research them, and imagine the possibilities. Because one day, that ordinary-looking penny might just be the extraordinary ticket you've been waiting for, a ticket to $942,000, and to a world where your financial dreams align with history itself. Remember, fortune favors the bold. History rewards the observant. And opportunity waits for no one. So, the question isn't whether you can find this coin. It's whether you're ready to recognize it when it appears. Imagine waking up tomorrow, reaching into an old jar, pulling out a dusty little penny, and realizing you're holding almost $1 million between your fingers. Sounds unbelievable, right? But stay with me, because today, you're about to discover the breathtaking story of a tiny copper coin that turned ordinary people into extraordinary millionaires. This is the shocking rise of the 1992 Lincoln penny error, a coin whose current market value has skyrocketed to an astounding $976,000. And yes, there are still undiscovered pieces out there. One of them could be sitting in your home right now. Welcome to a journey that might just rewrite your financial future. Before we dive into the power and value of this rare penny, I want you to picture something. You're holding a coin so common, so overlooked, that most people wouldn't bend down to pick it off the sidewalk. But what if that little coin held the key to early retirement, generational wealth, or even the lifestyle you've always dreamed of? Now that I have your attention, let me interrupt myself for a moment. Have you ever noticed how pennies always hide in the most random places? Between your car seats, behind your couch cushions, in that one kitchen drawer that somehow collects everything from old batteries to soy sauce packets. Funny how the universe works. It hides treasures where we expect junk. The 1992 D. Lincoln penny looks like any other coin at first glance. It's quiet, ordinary, but beneath its copper surface lies a striking mint error that has collectors in a frenzy. An error so rare, so valuable, that it transformed this once-ignored coin into one of America's most sought-after hidden gems. And the best part? Most people in the country don't even know this coin exists. Yet. But you do. Let's step deeper into this astonishing story. In 1992, something unexpected happened at the Denver Mint. A handful of Lincoln pennies were accidentally struck with a transitional design, a small but powerful variation called the close AM error. Instead of the usual spacing between the A and M in America, these letters are almost touching, nearly fused together, like two people trying to share a single seat at a baseball game. Uncomfortable, yes, but extremely valuable. This microscopic detail, barely noticeable to the naked eye, is exactly what turned this coin into a financial powerhouse. Collectors crave rarity. They chase uniqueness. They want what no one else can easily find. And this tiny design flaw, born completely by accident, created one of the most desirable pennies in modern U.S. coinage. As years passed and coin hunters began digging deeper, the demand exploded. Prices skyrocketed. And today, the 1992 D Close AM penny commands a jaw-dropping $976,000 on the market. Think about that for a moment. A penny worth more than houses, more than luxury cars, more than most people make in a decade. And here's where the emotional truth hits you. These coins are still out there, hidden in forgotten jars, untouched rolls, and old family collections. Not knowing what you have could cost you nearly $1 million. And that fear, the fear of missing out on life-changing wealth, is exactly why you need to pay attention now. But let me pause again with another pattern interrupt. Why is it always the smallest things that change our lives the most? A penny, a moment, a decision. Maybe this entire video is that moment for you. Now we've reached the most important part of this journey. The moment of realization. The moment of action. The moment where your financial story can shift permanently. The 1992 D. Lincoln penny error isn't just a collectible. It's an opportunity, one reserved for the few people who dare to look closely, think differently, and move quickly. The demand is higher than ever. The market is hotter than ever. And wealthy collectors are waiting with open wallets, ready to pay premium prices for these rare coins. But timing is everything. Once these coins are found, the supply ends. And when the supply ends, so does the chance to strike gold. Right now, you have something most people don't knowledge. You understand the value. You know what to look for. And you're standing at the doorstep of a life-changing possibility. So here's the truth. Opportunities don't wait. Wealth doesn't wait. Success doesn't wait. Every great fortune in history started with someone who recognized value before the world caught on. And today, that someone could be you. Imagine months from now looking back and realizing this video wasn't just content. It was the beginning of your transformation. The starting point of a new chapter. A chapter filled with confidence, clarity, and the kind of financial power few people ever experience. The 1992 D. Lincoln penny error is more than rare. It's $1 million whisper coming from your coin jar, asking you to listen before it's too late, so start searching. Start believing. And most of all, start taking action. Your wealth is not waiting in the future. It might be sitting in your pocket right now. Have you ever held a coin in your hand and felt the pulse of history? Today, we're diving into a story that could literally change the trajectory of your wealth. The 1994 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. Imagine this. A tiny copper disc, barely an inch in diameter, that could be worth $963,000 today. Yes, nearly $1 million for what most people toss in a jar or pocket change. The question is, could you be holding one right now without even knowing it? Before we go any further, let me ask you something. Have you ever glanced at your loose change and thought, could this be more than just cents? Most people don't, and that's exactly why opportunities like this slip through the cracks. But for those who recognize it, fortunes are quietly waiting to be claimed. Now, let's pause for a second. Picture your life a year from now if you had the foresight to identify this coin. It's not just about money. It's about legacy, about securing a piece of history that few will ever touch. And here's the kicker. This coin isn't sitting in some distant vault. It's out there, circulating, quietly hiding in plain sight. Could it be in your drawer? In your wallet? Or maybe even forgotten under a couch cushion? So why is the 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny so astonishingly valuable? For most collectors, the P mint mark is standard on Philadelphia coins. But this penny defies convention. Its absence is a rare minting anomaly. It's not a mistake that happens every day. It's a rare quirk that turns a simple 1-cent coin into a treasure of nearly $1 million. The rarity, combined with demand among elite collectors, has created a frenzy in the coin world. Now let's talk emotion. Imagine walking into a coin shop with a casual handful of pennies, and an expert suddenly stops you mid-count, eyes widening. "Where did you get this?" they ask. That moment, that rush of realization, that's what makes this coin not just valuable, but exhilarating. And if you've ever felt the thrill of discovering hidden treasure, well, multiply that by 1,000. That's what owning a 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny feels like. And just for a moment, let me break the tension with a thought. How many times have you found $1 in your old jeans and thought, jackpot? Now, imagine that same feeling, except instead of $1, it's $963,000. Yeah, that's a different kind of laundry day surprise. Collectors and investors alike are in a silent race for these pennies, creating urgency that you cannot ignore. Every day, coins like this disappear into private collections, never to resurface. Waiting is not an option. Hesitation can cost you millions, or at least the chance to claim your piece of history. So, what should you do if you suspect you have a 1994 Lincoln penny without a mint mark? First, recognize that this is more than a coin. It's a rare asset in a world where tangible investments are becoming increasingly precious. Have it authenticated, graded, and if it's genuine, you could be sitting on one of the most sought-after coins in the United States. And here's the beauty. This coin doesn't just have value on paper. It has cultural and historical significance. Owning it is owning a piece of the American story, an artifact that commands respect, admiration, and yes, astonishing financial reward. The market for these coins is hotter than ever, and collectors with deep pockets are constantly competing for the chance to add one to their collection. Let's bring this full circle. You started today wondering if your pocket change could hide unimaginable wealth. By the end of this video, you now know that a single penny, forgotten, overlooked, and underestimated, can carry the power to transform your financial destiny. The 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's a golden opportunity waiting in plain sight. The question now is, will you let it slip through your fingers, or will you act before it's gone forever? Remember, fortune favors the vigilant, the curious, and those bold enough to act. Start checking your coins. One of them could be worth nearly $1 million. And if it's yours, your story could change forever. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. A simple, ordinary penny, minted in 2006, marked with the humble D of the Denver Mint. To most, it's just spare change, tossed into jars or forgotten in couch cushions. But to the few who know its secret, it's a key to unimaginable wealth. Today, we're uncovering the story behind the 2060 Lincoln 1-cent penny coin error, a coin so rare, so valuable, that collectors and investors alike are willing to pay $964,000 just to call it theirs. And here's the question you need to ask yourself. Could you be holding a fortune without even realizing it? Let's take a step back and understand how something so small became so extraordinary. In 2006, the US Mint produced billions of pennies. But in the midst of this mass production, an error occurred, a misstep so tiny that most would never notice it. This error, however, turned ordinary copper into a treasure sought after by the wealthiest collectors. The coin's rarity isn't just about scarcity. It's about timing, precision, and the thrill of discovery. Think about it. How many times in life do we get a chance to stumble upon a piece of history worth nearly $1 million? That's not luck. That's opportunity knocking, and missing it could be a regret that lasts a lifetime. Now, let's talk about what makes this penny so highly sought after. Unlike other coins that pass through countless hands, the 2006 D penny error exhibits a distinct minting anomaly, a subtle flaw that transforms it from a collectible into a goldmine. Imagine the excitement when experts spot it. Your ordinary coin suddenly becomes the centerpiece of a high-stakes auction, attracting attention from the world's top collectors. Here's a little secret. While most people dismiss pennies as trivial, the truly wealthy recognize that fortune favors those who see value where others see none. I know what you're thinking. Could it really be that simple? And the answer is yes and no. You see, finding this coin isn't about luck alone. It's about awareness. The market is hotter than ever, and demand has never been higher. Imagine the adrenaline of realizing that something you've held for years, maybe even just found in a drawer, is a golden ticket worth nearly $1 million. It's exhilarating, almost too good to be true. And here's a humorous thought. Next time you're picking up pennies off the street, maybe give them a little more respect. Who knows, one of them could be your retirement plan. But let's get real for a moment. Opportunities like this don't wait around. Every day, collectors are paying top dollar for coins like this, and those who hesitate often find themselves watching fortunes slip away. There's an urgency here that can't be overstated. If you own this coin or even suspect you might, every moment you wait could mean missing the chance to turn a simple penny into life-changing wealth. Fear isn't meant to paralyze you. It's a signal, a reminder that taking action could transform your financial destiny. And here's the fascinating part. This coin isn't just valuable. It tells a story. Every scratch, every line, every anomaly is a testament to its journey through history. Owning it connects you to a lineage of collectors who understand its true worth. It's not just a coin. It's a symbol of foresight, patience, and the boldness to recognize value when it's hiding in plain sight. Picture it in your collection, displayed with pride, knowing that you own something almost nobody else can claim. The market for coins like the 2006 D Lincoln penny error is thriving. Auctions are competitive, prices are skyrocketing, and collectors are hungry. But this isn't just about money, it's about legacy. Imagine passing down this coin to your children, not just as a valuable asset, but as a story of opportunity seized, a reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary things come in the smallest packages. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want to say, this penny? Worth nearly $1 million. It's the ultimate conversation starter, the ultimate symbol of success. So, here's the bottom line. If you have even the slightest chance of owning a 2006 D penny error, treat it as the treasure it is. Don't let it sit forgotten. Don't wait for someone else to spot its value before you act. The world is filled with those who dream of wealth, but the truly wealthy are those who act on opportunity when it presents itself. Every coin has a story, but only a rare few have the power to change lives. And this one does. As we close, remember this: wealth often comes disguised as the ordinary, the overlooked, the tiny. The 2006 D Lincoln penny error is proof that extraordinary fortune can be found in the most unassuming places. Keep your eyes open, your mind sharp, and your courage ready. Because the coin you dismiss today could be the key to your next great chapter tomorrow. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, small, unassuming, almost invisible in the hustle of everyday life. Now, imagine that same coin, seemingly ordinary, being worth nearly $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $964,000. It's not a dream, it's reality for collectors who recognize a rare gem hiding in plain sight. Today, we uncover one of the most astonishing coin errors in American history, the 1968 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. A coin so elusive, so sought after, that it has become the crown jewel of modern coin collecting. And here's a thought to make you pause. Could one of these coins be sitting quietly in your wallet or jar, right now, waiting to transform your life? You might be thinking, a penny? Really? And yes, it's a penny, but not just any penny. This is a piece of history, a silent witness to an era, and a rarity that could turn into a fortune in the right hands. The story of the 1968 Lincoln cent is as fascinating as it is rare. Minted in a time of transformation and cultural upheaval in America, these coins were intended for everyday transactions, destined to pass unnoticed from pocket to pocket. But a subtle, almost invisible error occurred. Some coins were struck without a mint mark, a detail that should have been standard. This tiny omission, invisible to most, is what makes this penny extraordinary. Here's where the excitement begins. Coin collectors, especially those who have mastered the art of spotting errors, know that the 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln cent isn't just rare. It's almost mythical. Fewer than a handful have surfaced in pristine condition, making it a veritable treasure for the wealthy and astute collector. The market today values these coins at $964,000, a number that evokes both awe and urgency. Pause for a moment and picture this. Someone discovering such a coin in a dusty old jar of pennies, completely unaware of its value. That feeling, part shock, part envy, is exactly why collectors pursue these errors with relentless passion. And yes, it's real. This coin is in high demand, coveted in private collections and auctions alike. The fear of missing out drives the market, and the excitement of owning a piece of history keeps collectors coming back, year after year. Now, let's reset your attention for a second. Did you ever think a penny could be more valuable than a luxury car? Strange but true. And if you're laughing at the idea, just remember, fortune favors the observant, the curious, and those willing to take action. Why is this coin so valuable? It's the perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and market demand. Unlike other collectibles, coins don't fade or lose their luster. They endure, and their value often increases exponentially. The 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is not just a coin. It's a symbol of opportunity, a tangible reminder that sometimes, fortune is hiding in the most unexpected places. For those watching, here's the crucial insight. Timing and knowledge are everything. Coins like this don't stay hidden forever. Auctions, private sales, and collectors' networks move quickly, and the window to claim a piece of history may close sooner than you think. Every year, the demand grows, and the supply remains painfully limited. The opportunity to act decisively, and perhaps change your financial trajectory, is now. Picture this. A coin sitting quietly in your hand could be the key to unlocking a life of freedom, security, and the luxurious lifestyle you've always envisioned. It's not just about money, it's about recognizing value where others see none, and seizing it before it slips away. Can you feel that spark? That anticipation building in your chest? That's the thrill of being a collector, a visionary, and someone who refuses to let opportunity pass by unnoticed. So, if you have an old Lincoln penny tucked away somewhere, or if you're exploring the world of rare coins, pay attention. Study the details, seek out the errors, and remember, the 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is not just a collector's dream. It's a life-changing treasure waiting to be claimed. Because in the world of rare coins, fortunes aren't given, they're discovered. And sometimes, the smallest coin can deliver the biggest reward. Have you ever held a coin in your hand and felt a surge of excitement that bordered on disbelief? What if I told you that a simple 1975 D Lincoln 1-cent penny could quietly sit in someone's drawer and be worth nearly $1 million today? $945,000 to be exact. Yes, a coin that most Americans see every day in their pockets or tip jars could be the key to unlocking unimaginable wealth. But here's the catch. It's rare, it's highly sought after, and those who know its secret hold the power. Imagine the thrill of discovering this treasure, the rush of realizing that something you thought was ordinary could completely change your financial story. Now, before your mind races ahead, let's pause for a moment. You might be thinking, a penny? Really? Yes, I hear you, and that skepticism is exactly why most people overlook opportunities like this. But let me ask you this, have you ever ignored a detail that, in hindsight, turned out to be life-changing? That's exactly what happens with rare coin collectors every single day. The 1975 D Lincoln cent isn't just any coin. What makes it extraordinary is its mint mark error, a subtle, almost invisible detail that separates it from the millions of pennies minted that year. Collectors and investors know that in the world of rare coins, it's the smallest differences that carry the largest rewards. And here's the secret. Coins with this specific error are extremely rare, highly coveted, and consistently in demand. People are willing to pay top dollar because owning one is like holding a piece of history that no one else has. Think about it. While others casually toss pennies into jars, seasoned collectors are hunting for that one coin that could turn their lives around. They understand the thrill of the hunt, the satisfaction of discovery, and the financial power that comes with it. This isn't just collecting. It's investing in a tangible asset that can grow exponentially in value. And right now, in today's market, that 1975 D Lincoln penny is at its peak. $945,000 and climbing. Now, let's take a little detour. Imagine you're at a dinner party, someone pulls out a coin, and you casually say, that penny could buy a mansion. Watch their jaws drop. Humorous? Absolutely. True? Undeniably. And this little story serves as a reminder. Rare coin collecting isn't just about money. It's about status, history, and being part of an exclusive club that very few people even know exists. But here's the part that demands your attention. Opportunities like this don't wait. Coins of this caliber don't sit around for long, and each passing day increases competition. Collectors across the country are scanning auctions. Dealers are searching collections, and whispers of this coin's rarity are spreading fast. If you have access to a 1975 D Lincoln cent with this mint mark error, you hold in your hand something of extraordinary potential, something that could secure a future most only dream about. The choice is yours. Continue seeing pennies as pocket change or recognize them for what they truly can be, keys to financial freedom, prestige, and a story you'll proudly tell for the rest of your life. Imagine passing down a coin that not only holds history but could also transform the wealth of generations. Feel that excitement? That's not just imagination, that's reality knocking. And the question now is, will you answer the door? In the world of rare coins, knowledge is power, timing is everything, and action is the bridge between ordinary and extraordinary. The 1975 D Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And for those who see its true value, the rewards are nothing short of spectacular. Imagine holding a piece of history in your hand, a coin so rare that collectors across the nation would give anything to own it. Today, we're diving into the astonishing story of the 1991 Lincoln 1-cent penny, the elusive NO mint mark error that is quietly commanding a staggering market value of $975,000. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $1 million for a penny that most people overlook in their change jar. But here's the twist. Most Americans don't even realize it exists. Could the next coin in your pocket be the ticket to unimaginable wealth? Let's find out. Now, before we get into the details, let me ask you something. Have you ever stared at a coin and thought, this could be worth a fortune? Most people toss their change without a second glance. But those who see opportunity in the overlooked, they're the ones who are quietly rewriting their financial destinies. And the 1991 NO mint mark penny is exactly that kind of opportunity. It's rare, it's in demand, and it's creating quiet millionaires right now. So, What makes the 1991 Lincoln penny with no mint mark so extraordinary? In the United States, coins are usually stamped with a D for Denver or a P for Philadelphia. But this particular coin, it bears none of that. A simple, unassuming penny, yet one so rare that collectors are practically in a bidding war over it. This isn't just a mistake. It's a story of rarity, scarcity, and timing, all the elements that create true value in the world of collectibles. Now, here's a little secret for you. The very features that make this coin unique also trigger an intense emotional response in buyers: fear of missing out. Imagine the regret of realizing a friend or neighbor sold their 1991 no-mint mark penny for hundreds of thousands of dollars, while yours sat unnoticed in a drawer. Exciting? Absolutely. And yes, a little fear is a great motivator, because in the world of rare coins, hesitation can cost you everything. And let's pause for a moment, because you might be thinking, a penny? Really? But this is the exact moment where most people stumble. That skepticism is a gift. It's the gap between ordinary and extraordinary wealth. Humor me for a second. If someone offered you a lottery ticket worth $975,000 with almost zero chance of anyone else having it, would you pass it up? That's the power of recognizing rarity before the crowd does. Collectors nationwide are searching high and low for these pennies. Auction houses are seeing unprecedented competition. Phone lines are lighting up, and private deals are happening behind closed doors, all for this seemingly ordinary coin. Its scarcity is driving demand higher every day, creating a market frenzy that only grows as more people discover its existence. The question is, are you watching from the sidelines, or are you ready to step into the game? Here's the thing about rare coins like the 1991 NO Mint Mark Lincoln penny. They don't come around twice. Each coin tells a story of history, precision, and an almost magical scarcity that can't be manufactured. Owning one isn't just about financial gain. It's about being part of an exclusive story, a legacy that can last generations. And the market value of $975,000? That's just the beginning. The demand is only growing, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to secure their piece of history. If you've ever dreamed of transforming something ordinary into extraordinary wealth, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you've been waiting for. The clock is ticking, and the coins are moving fast. Every day, more of these pennies are discovered, and just as quickly, they vanish into private collections, never to be seen again. This isn't just about money. It's about legacy, timing, and vision. So, the next time you reach into your pocket or dig through that old coin jar, remember this: what looks ordinary might just be the most valuable thing you own. That humble 1991 Lincoln penny without a mint mark could very well be your ticket to the kind of wealth most people only dream about. Rare, in demand, and nearly priceless. This coin isn't just a collector's item. It's a symbol of foresight, patience, and the courage to act when opportunity appears. Don't let it slip away.